talk to you here a little bit about the car. We're in the Corvette right now, coming home from the river. I was gonna fly my drone, but it's a little windy out today, and to get good footage, the drone can handle it just fine. It's just a little bit, you know, it's not the quality you want in the wind, so decided not to do that. Driving home right now. They're putting in a bridge between Iowa and Illinois, and they got all the barges out there with cranes and stuff on them and the dredges, and they're putting in the pilings, so I just wanted to kind of get a little bit of video of that. I've had people ask me, are there anything that you don't like about the Corvette? And I think in anything in life, there's always something that you probably don't like about something. And this being a car, we all don't think alike. I sure as hell don't think like an engineer. So there are some definite things in this car that I don't like. One, and probably the biggest one, I hope does not become a bigger problem, is this does have a roof that you can take on and off. It does squeak every once in a great while. I think it's done it twice to me. I've done some research on YouTube, and there are people that they drive down the road and that's all that thing does is squeak. If that becomes a problem in this car, I would definitely get rid of it. It's just not something that I would be able to stand. Another thing on this car that's kind of a big one, I don't use them a lot, but that right there is absolutely the cheapest, cheesiest piece of crap invention in the entire world. Now, come on, Chevy. I mean, call me crazy or not, but I've been in arcades and drove cars on a video game that had better damn shifters than this thing. It's a cheap piece of plastic, and it makes a noise when you shift it. There's no need for it. When it comes to that, let's talk about the shifting on this car. It does shift nice, but it doesn't shift as fast as you think it would. When it comes to 0 to 60, yes, it shifts faster than you could manually on a manual, but it's still not as fast as I would have thought it would be. When you hit these paddles, it definitely takes a couple seconds or a second. When you hear things like Ferrari, and Ferrari's sitting there shifting in 1/10 of a second, it doesn't even compare to this. Do I expect this car to be anywhere close to Ferrari? No, I don't, but I think it could have been a little bit crisper. Couple nitpicky things. This is just because of who I am, and this is more for the bigger guys. If you are going to get a sports car, do not get the race seats if you have a big back. I am 250 pounds and my shoulders are pretty wide, my back's pretty wide. So when I sit in these race seats that are optional, I don't sit in them right. I'm more up on the sides of the seat, and I don't like that. I don't know, I think in a long haul, I've only put 800 miles on this car, so I think in a long haul it might hurt my back after a while. But that's just something to be aware of. If you are a bigger guy, you might want to think about just the regular seats. Now, the competition seats look absolutely fucking phenomenal on this car. But, some lady's riding my ass. Fuck you, stupid bitch. But, anyway, a couple other, these are really nitpicky. The cup holders in this car are no shit that thick. It is ridiculous how deep they are. You put anything in these cup holders and you hit the gas, your water bottle will flop right over. There's no rubber in there or anything to cinch the water bottle down. It's just a big hole that's only this thick, so you hit it on the gas and it falls right over. Really no need to even put a cup holder in this car for me. I'm not a person that's gonna drink or eat or smoke or anything in this expensive of a car. Another one, and I don't think this is nitpicky. Right in front of the cup holders, there's another button that you push, and up comes a cigarette lighter charger. Now, come on, I don't know. It's 2017. I would think USB ports nowadays are sufficient. You could have put 2, 3, 4 USB ports in there. Would have looked a lot classier. shit, one USB port would have looked a lot classier than a damn cigarette lighter. Other than that, there's not, when it comes to the way the car's put together, the way it performs, there's really nothing else that I dislike about this. This is the reason I bought it. The leather, the stitching, the interior, the steering wheel, the way it's made. I mean, there's itty bitty, you know, stupid things that, you know, I don't like. I mean, on the shifting knob on an automatic, it always says park and run, and you know, it's this regular old plastic that's in every other car. I think they could have maybe put some like stainless steel around there, or some carbon fiber, and made it look a little bit nicer. But those are just very nitpicky things, and probably things that would have cost you even more when you bought the car. So, but we are home. Maybe the next video I'll go into detail on the interior. I wish I would have got some drone footage, but it is what it is. So, all right, thanks guys.